Here is a plank progression that you can start with to really start to strengthen the really deepermost core muscle, the transverse abdominis. And the reason I'm gonna start with the wall is because if your muscles are weak and you're trying to do things that require a lot of activation to protect the low back, and they're not working properly, you're gonna feel pain, pinching, discomfort in the low back. So if these muscles are always taking over and taking the pressure, you might be feeling pain, soreness. It can lead to a lot of issues, but we're not tackling what's inside and underneath. So the transverse doesn't actually move, it contracts, but it doesn't move things. It wraps around. So understanding that it's really deep, deep, deep inside, and it wraps around this entire area. So when we can tune into it, strengthen it, activate it, give it a little more endurance, it will do the work needed to prevent things like this from happening and this from happening. Okay, so we'll be using the core. So I'll show you a plank progression using the wall. So I want you to have a wall handy. But start by standing nice and tall, keeping your knees soft. Don't stand and get tall and lock your knees. Soften your knees, feel really light on your feet here, like you're floating off the floor and lifting your weight. Pulling from an imaginary string. From there, you're gonna feel automatically that deep abdominal, okay? Deep, deep activating. I want you to keep that. Now imagine someone comes over and tries to push you over. You're gonna try to resist pushing over, okay? Resist flexing, resist extending, and you're gonna do all that at the same time. So if someone were to push you, try to push you over from any direction, you're solid with soft knees. Now I want you to keep that position. Coming up to a wall, so I'm still getting taller, okay? I'm not sinking like this and letting my abs go. That let my abs go. I'm gonna pin my rib cage, pull my lower abs in and up, and now I'm back to that tall position. Whether I'm on an angle or whether I'm standing, I'm still in that tall position. So forearms on the wall. I want you to get your elbows right in line with your shoulders. So if you need a mirror or someone to show you that, okay? You don't want to have them all the way up here, it makes it too easy, or down too low to create strain. Hands are relaxed, fingers are spread. Now get taller, try not to just lean into the wall on your elbows. You're not leaning into your elbows. They are there to provide a little bit of gravity against the wall here. Pull the belly in and up. Now start walking those feet back. Maybe you're gonna be on your tippy toes here. Walk back until you feel like that deep abdominal is activating to prevent this from happening or this from happening. Okay, so pull it up and in, get tall. You're gonna feel that work happening right here, like a tightening of a belt. Across your lower abs, I already feel it. Okay, here we go. From there, what you can start doing is without losing your core, put one hand under the shoulder, push up, other hand under the shoulder. You can take turns walking one hand under the shoulder, pushing up and back, and maintaining that pressure, deep abdominal engagement as you do it. I would start with a 10 to a 20 second forearm plank on the wall. When you can start to do that, and when you can start keeping your core tight, meaning you're not doing this, okay, and twisting all over the place. When you can start doing this, as if I were looking from here down, I would see no movement at all, other than raising and lowering of my body as one unit. When you can get that, take it to the floor from the knees, and then when you get that done, from the toes. If you feel any pain, pinching, or pressure here in the low back, you need to activate more, okay? So regress the movement enough so that this is doing what it needs to, and the back isn't taking the brunt.